Friends of the Bert Show, let me ask you guys a question. Of all your female friends, right? If you lined up 100 of your female friends that are not virgins anymore, what percentage would say that they were glad the way that it happened for the very first time?
Percentage? Like 5.
5%. 95% of women look at their first time and go, wow, I should have saved it.
No, not that I should have saved it. No, you didn't ask that. You asked if it just wasn't like, it just didn't live up to the hype.
I guess what I'm asking is, because it didn't live up to the hype, do they wish that they would have chosen somebody else or a different time and partner?
Yeah. I know more women that waited, saved it, and then they were like, oh my God, I really planned and anticipated that thinking it was going to be special, and that guy sucked. I should have done it with that guy 3 years ago.
Yeah.
So I know plenty of women that waited and saved it, but it sucked.
Yeah, I don't like of my friends who was like, it wasn't that great.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they would have wanted to wait.
Right.
I mean, it kind of is what it is. You build it up. It's just one of these things. It's like folklore. You build up like, losing the V card.
Mm-hmm.
And it just, because of that expectation, it hardly ever lives up to it.
It's like when you plan a wedding, just know a lot of stuff's going to go wrong.
Yeah.
Same with losing your V card. Things are going to go wrong.
I think maybe for dudes it's different. I just was so happy. It was probably awful for her. Awful. But she didn't matter.
Let's call her up.
I just needed to get that number. That's all, man.
I think it was awful for both of us.
Yeah?
Yeah. I thought it was overrated.
So we get this email, and if you got something going on in your life and you want to share it with us, you got some questions, we'll turn around and give it to Bert Show fam. She's wondering, like, look, I'm still a virgin. I'm 21 years old here. Is this really a big deal? Should I just give this thing away, or should I save myself? So that's what she wants to know.
Dear Bert Show, I know that probably asking a radio show this question is probably insane, but I don't know who else to talk to. I've asked my friends, and they said it's fine, but I figured I'd ask a group of people with more experience than me and the rest of my early 20-something friends. For context, I'm 21, and I've never had a serious relationship in my life. All my friends and siblings have had at least one significant other in their lives, but I've had no such luck. I recently joined the dating sites like Tinder and Bumble to see if I can change my luck, maybe meet a few cool people along the way. But all the guys that I've encountered don't seem to want anything serious, so I've kind of given up at this point. But here's my question. Is it okay to be friends with benefits when you have no experience at all? Like zero? Losing my V card is not a really big deal to me, but I always imagined losing it to somebody that I would be with at the time. I've held out such hope, but no luck. So I figured that maybe if I have friends with benefits or sneaky links, then maybe eventually that could turn into something serious. Should I just give in and see where a friend with benefits could go? Or should I hold out for someone that wants the commitment? All your feedback would be helpful. Please help. It's a lot of peas.
It was a lot of peas.
Okay, out of touch guy question here. What is a sneaky link?
Like some strange, like a friend's benefits.
Like pretty much somebody you hiding that you got on the side,
okay.
but you don't want nobody to really know you hooking up with them.
Sneaky link.
There you go.
Okay.
Yep.
Great name for a band. So is it like a big deal? I mean, friends with benefit. I mean, this is supposed to be a big deal, right?
To lose it?
Yep.
I'd say not anymore.
Nah.
If I was 21, I'd be like, I need to get my life together. And that would it'd be like planning a dentist appointment.
So it's like
I got to book it.
on your to-do list
Yes.
today is literally
Yes.
a D.
Yep.
I don't know. I do feel like I've got some toxic masculinity going on here, so I want to save my answer.
I mean, obviously it's, or at least she's saying losing my V card is not a really big deal to me. But, it's one thing to say that and then to actually go through with it. So my advice to her would be, if that is deep down what you really want to do, then yeah, just do a random hookup and get it over with. But if in the moment you realize this is not what you want to do, at any point in time, you can stop it and say no and go elsewhere. Cass?
My one piece of advice is if you're thinking about it, but you're not quite sure, is to make sure it's with someone you trust.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, like even if it's casual or if you're in deep love, whatever, as long as you actually really trust the person, if you're unsure, then you know that they're going to take care of you in some capacity on the back end with your feelings or processing or anything, or if you say no midway through, which you're allowed to, you know they're going to respond to that. So you want to put yourself in the hands of someone that you can trust.
See, that makes it tough because I can just Google a dentist and see, okay, he's got 1 star. I'm not going to that guy.
Oh, you could Google plenty of dudes
We
that would
could
come with
Google
that
D?
kind of thing, I think.
5-star D on
Five-star
Google?
D. Look it up.
I'm gonna look it up today.
I think the one thing I would say to her is that there's no shame in either decision. If that's what you want to do and have the hookup with best friend, don't feel bad about it.
No,
If you
don't
wanna
hook
save
up with your best
yourself-
friend. She said just
friends
friends with benefits. That's
I don't know
different than
about
hooking up with the best
Yeah.
friend.
Don't go that high.
No,
The Bert Show.
Hey, do you like what you just watched? Because you can get more Bert Show for free. We drop new podcasts every weekday, and you can find us anywhere. Spotify, Apple, any place you get podcasts.